Today, we're diving into the digital graveyard of the 2000s to uncover the top 10 forgotten social networks, those platforms that once brought us together, but have since faded into obscurity. From early networking sites to quirky communities, these platforms played a pivotal role in shaping online interactions before the rise of today's giants. Join us as we reminisce about the features that made them unique and explore what happened to them. Ready to scroll through memory lane? Let's kick off the countdown with number 10. Number 10. MySpace. MySpace was the king of social networking in the early 2000s, offering customizable profiles, music integration, and a platform for users to connect with friends. It was particularly popular with musicians and artists who used the site to promote their work. Launched in 2003, MySpace became a cultural phenomenon, with users spending hours curating their profiles and ranking their top 8 friends. However, by the late 2000s, MySpace began losing ground to Facebook, which offered a cleaner, more streamlined interface. Despite attempts to revamp itself as a music-focused platform, MySpace never regained its former glory. Today, it's largely a nostalgic relic of early social media, remembered fondly by those who lived through its heyday. Number 9. Friendster. Launched in 2002, Friendster was one of the first major social networks, predating both MySpace and Facebook. It allowed users to connect with friends and share updates, photos, and comments. At its peak, Friendster had millions of users and was considered a pioneer in social networking. However, technical issues, such as slow loading times and server crashes, caused frustration among its user base. As Facebook and MySpace gained traction, Friendster began to lose users rapidly. By 2011, Friendster had rebranded itself as a gaming platform before shutting down entirely. Despite its early success, Friendster is now a footnote in the history of social media, overshadowed by the platforms that followed. Number 8. Vine. Vine was a video sharing app launched in 2013, allowing users to create and share 6-second looping videos. Despite its brief lifespan, Vine became incredibly popular, giving rise to a new generation of internet stars and viral trends. The platform's simplicity and creativity sparked a wave of short-form video content, influencing social media as we know it today. However, Vine struggled to monetize and faced stiff competition from Instagram and Snapchat. In 2017, Twitter, which had acquired Vine in 2012, decided to shut down the app, leaving its loyal user base devastated. Though Vine is long gone, its legacy lives on in the world of TikTok, which has carried forward the short-form video format. Number 7. Flickr. Flickr, launched in 2004, was a social network centered around photo sharing. It quickly became the go-to platform for amateur and professional photographers alike, offering storage and sharing options with a focus on high-quality images. The site was known for its community-driven nature, allowing users to comment on and favorite each other's photos, as well as participate in photography groups. Flickr was innovative for its time, offering tagging and geotagging features before they became common. However, as Instagram and other mobile-focused platforms grew, Flickr's relevance faded. Though it still exists today, it's no longer the giant it once was in the realm of online photo sharing. Number 6. Classmates.com. Launched in 1995, Classmates.com was one of the earliest social networking platforms aimed at reconnecting users with old friends from school. The site offered users the chance to browse profiles of former classmates and plan reunions. While it gained a dedicated following in the early 2000s, it struggled to adapt to the rise of more comprehensive social networks like Facebook. Classmates.com was also criticized for its subscription model, which limited access to certain features unless users paid a fee. Despite its early start, the site never achieved the widespread popularity of its competitors. Today, it still operates, but it remains a niche service with limited influence compared to its more modern counterparts. Number 5. Hi5. Hi5, launched in 2003, was a social network that enjoyed significant popularity, especially in Latin America and Southeast Asia. It offered users the ability to connect with friends, share photos, and play games, similar to early versions of Facebook and MySpace. Hi5 focused heavily on social gaming, which attracted a younger audience. However, like many social networks of its era, Hi5 couldn't keep up with Facebook's rapid growth and global dominance. By the late 2000s, its user base had dwindled and it shifted focus towards becoming more of a social gaming platform. Though Hi5 still exists today, it is largely forgotten by most users in favor of more modern social media options. Number 4. Orkut. Orkut was a social networking site launched by Google in 2004, gaining massive popularity, particularly in Brazil and India. The platform allowed users to create profiles, join communities based on interests, and connect with friends. Orkut had a simple, user-friendly interface that attracted millions of users. However, it struggled to compete with Facebook and Twitter, which offered more advanced features and global appeal. In 2014, Google officially shut down Orkut, shifting its focus to other ventures like Google+. Despite its downfall, Orkut is fondly remembered by many for its role in bringing social networking to international audiences during its peak. Number 3. Mixi. Mixi, launched in 2004, was a Japanese social networking platform that became extremely popular in its home country. Unlike other global networks, Mixi focused on keeping its community exclusive, requiring users to be invited by existing members. It became a hub for sharing blogs, photos, and status updates, with a focus on privacy and control over content. Despite its early success, Mixi couldn't keep pace with the international networks like Facebook, which eventually dominated even in Japan. While it shifted its focus towards mobile gaming, Mixi's legacy as one of Japan's pioneering social networks remains, though it is largely overshadowed by more modern platforms. Number 2. Ringo. Ringo was a social networking site launched in 2003, offering users a platform to connect with friends, share photos, and send messages. It gained early popularity, but its simplistic features and lack of innovation made it difficult to compete with emerging giants like MySpace and Facebook. Unlike other networks, Ringo lacked the customization and interactive features that became standard in social media. By the late 2000s, it had faded into obscurity, with most of its user base migrating to more dynamic platforms. While Ringo is a lesser-known name in the history of social networking, it represents the wave of early 2000 sites that paved the way for today's social media landscape. Number 1. Bebo. Bebo, founded in 2005, was a social network that gained a strong following, particularly in the UK, Ireland, and New Zealand. The platform offered users the ability to share photos, blogs, and music while customizing their profiles with colorful layouts. It became especially popular among teenagers for its easy-to-use interface and interactive features like The Wall, where friends could leave public messages. However, Bebo couldn't keep up with the rapid growth of Facebook, and by 2010, its user base had declined significantly. Although Bebo attempted to reinvent itself multiple times, it never regained its early popularity and is now a nostalgic footnote in social media history. Thanks for enjoying our video on the top 10 forgotten social networks of the 2000s. If you found it interesting to revisit these lost platforms, don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for our next video about the top 10 most controversial movie endings of the 2000s. We'll dive into the films that sparked debates and left audiences divided with their shocking conclusions.